New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. A U.S. Army colonel in Washington State has been charged with assaulting his wife in front of the kids and repeatedly kicking her with his boots. Owen Ray, the chief of staff assigned to the I Corps at the Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington State, ignored commands by cops to come out of his family's home for 2 hours on Sunday in DuPont, where officers responded to a domestic violence assault, including a firearm. Quote, upon arrival, officers attempted to make contact, but the male adult suspect refused to comply with officers' orders and refused to exit the home. After a short period of time, the victim's family members exited the home to safety, but the armed suspect refused to disarm or surrender. Ray, who formerly led the 1st Special Forces Group at JBLM, has been suspended from his post. Prosecutors in Pierce County have charged Ray with 2 counts of second-degree assault with a firearm, 2 counts of felony harassment, first-degree kidnapping, and reckless endangerment. Prosecutors say that the charging documents obtained by the newspaper that Ray's wife hid from him underneath the bed of their youngest children during the argument. She then heard Ray say, quote, let's do this, before heading to the garage where he stores guns. Ray later went back to his family's home, where he found his wife in their children's bedroom and became enraged that she called the cops. After pointing the gun at his wife, Ray allegedly proceeded to kick her repeatedly in the face and the chest with his boots. Quote, the 2 children had woken up and started screaming, don't kill mom, don't kill us. Some 15 minutes later, after cops arrived, Ray led his wife and his 2 youngest children out of the home. His teenage daughter left minutes later. At one point during the standoff, Ray referenced his extensive combat training and told cops, quote, he had killed a lot of people and had no problem taking an officer if they tried to arrest him. Ray was also holding a pistol to his head while on the balcony at his home and was spotted holding a rifle inside the residence. Investigators also found 2 handguns and a shotgun in the home's master bedroom, while several guns were found in the garage safe. Ray was scheduled to be arraigned Monday afternoon. Now, it's always amazing to me, as I always state on this channel, that when the persons who are threatening the lives of law enforcement are reflective of law enforcement and the country, meaning that when police see that person, they see themselves within that person. They tend to react to situations differently, even if said person threaten the lives in a sense of their kids and of their own families, right? Meaning wife and kids. And then later on ended up threatening his life on top of the life of law enforcement. Now, normally, if this was a different type of predicament and situation, and maybe if he was some shades darker, these threats would have been taken way more serious, right? Cops would have acted highly more aggressively towards this situation. They would have made sure to actually disable this person so that those threats would no longer be valid. But as I stated before, due to the fact that he's a part of the military and that he is reflective of the majority and the cops that were more than likely there, they were like, you know what, we're going to let all of that slide. We really care about your mental health. What you did here was pretty bad, but we're just going to bring you into custody so that you can, get charged properly, and we're going to make sure that nothing happens to you. And more than likely in the background, you can pull some strings and, you'll be fine. Because more than likely, that wife is still going to be married to that colonel. Those kids are still going to be living in the exact same house as that colonel. So like I said before, there's a lot of abuse that goes on in the military, and especially when it deals with law enforcement and other sections like this. But yet these things never get highlighted in America. They never get deemed or seen as a problem because it's reflective of the majority. So since it's of the majority, they're like, mind your business. We got this covered. We'll deal with it whenever we want to deal with it. But we need to focus on black problems because those are the problems that are important, even though they don't affect the main majority, right? In America, we're going to highlight those because we don't want to focus in and highlight our own problems and fix our own problems before we try to shine the spotlight on black people. Like I said, that's what people have to understand. Whenever the mainstream media wants to talk about black people, there's probably 100 other stories that they could bring up that have to do with the majority in this country, but they refuse not to because they don't want to bring awareness or attention to it. They don't want to make it seem like it's an epidemic and something that is rampant when realistically it is. Domestic violence, the first time I learned about this was through white people. But like I said before, y'all not going to understand anything up until certain things are directly in front of you, up until it's directly in front of your face, up until it's something that you cannot turn away from and turn your back on. And this story is just one of the many examples that I have brought over the years of showing the majority ignoring a lot of their own problems and creating a lot of the monsters and the demons that they are now suffering from at this moment in time. Because you always want to use black people as an scapegoat instead of actually working on and fixing yourselves and pointing out those problems and trying to alleviate all of the things that you have created in order to make the money and to have and hold the power that you have at this moment in time. But like they always say, with every great civilization comes destruction. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.